Hey everybody, welcome back to Burning Assassination Session 8. We're getting
That's
Donovan
right.
Try twice this week, so I am excited.
So, quick recap of last week. You managed to find out that Relgar's main underling, the guy who controls the captains who provide him with slaves, is named Barum and wants to assassinate Relgar. You managed to obtain proof and took this to Relgar and showed it to him. So, as a consequence of that, I'm thinking that Relgar offers you or asks you to dispose of this man, Barum,
hmm
discreetly so as not to directly implicate Relgar on it, um, and to get rid of the problem. So,
Which I, of course, accept because I am the
mhm.
Fixer Ghost, which is nice. So, recap for everybody. My beliefs are, in my attempts to infiltrate the conspirators, I've been asked to remove Rogar the Slaver by Isham, whom wishes to gain his status back with the Council. I shall do this not only to continue to build rapport with Isham, but also so I can take over the slave trade for myself. In this, I will be able to whisk away these slaves to the lands of King Salgard where they will be safe, establishing an underground railroad of sorts while building my own credibility.
Great.
My second belief, which is continually tested, innocent life is the most valuable thing in the world. I must protect it at all costs. And I'm so glad I wrote that belief. And my small goal belief for this session is Rogar's asked me to dispatch Baron in a discreet manner. I will do this and hopefully use his vacancy as a way to sway the other ship captains to my cause.
Hmm. Hmm. Excellent. So, so yeah. That's basically where we're at. Let's say that Barum is due in town in the morning tide, and the ship captains and Barum and Relgar have a meeting scheduled for that evening.
Okay?
We
Well,
have some time to.
first off, I'm going to ask Rogar if he happens to have an in-house doctor that I might be able to obtain services from, because I took a minor wound.
Oh, I
And
checked that, and actually, we're supposed to roll a health test. It's an
oh yeah,
OP2 test, and
yep,
if you succeed, the pain fades immediately, and if you fail, the penalty remains for 24 hours
okay.
minus your fort exponent. So it
Perfect.
shouldn't be
Well,
that
let's go
bad.
ahead and do that then, because I've got 4 for my health. So, up to, come on. Got it.
That's it.
Perfect.
Penalty's gone.
So we will get rid of
So
that
I
right
mean,
quick.
but yeah, he finds somebody to take care of your wound and
hmm
patch it up.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, from there, I've got a day to kill,
Hmm.
and I still want to make a little bit of money. So I'm gonna ask him if he knows of any arena fighting that's happening in the city that I might be able to partake in.
Yes, he actually does know of arena fighting. Um he gives you the name of an establishment. Uh, it's a tavern, and they run the fights on a basement.
Okay.
The tavern, the fights are not legal because they are not sponsored by the government. The government does have gladiatorial games, but those are at more spaced out intervals, and this is an illegal thing. It goes on constantly, and as such, it falls under the purview of Golo the Lesser, just so you know.
Even
Yeah.
better. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up my armor and check the sharpness of my blade
All right.
and don my ghost mask and head to this bar.
All right. All right.
And I'm kind of expecting full-on fight mechanic here.
All right.
Just considering the amount of money I'm looking to win, I'm going to put all 7 of my cash dice on myself.
All right.
That's the
Wow.
plan.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'm going to walk in and walk up to the bartender. Mask still on, sword on hip, no peace bonding here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell him I'm looking to fight. I hear this is the place to be.
Okay. So he says, and who are you?
I say, well, I am the ghost. And that's a fail.
Hmm. All right. Let's see. Uh, um, roll that again with an extra dice. So one, just roll one more, I guess.
Okay. What's the advantage die for?
Uh, word spread around. Golo knows
Okay.
that the underling that you tricked last time
Yeah.
has already reported to him,
Okay.
and
Perfect.
so Golo's
Perfect.
helping you. He's spreading out the word.
That's
So
what I counted on. All right. Well,
I'm
here we go. And I
and
got it.
that's a success. And he goes, well, isn't that interesting? I've heard of your exploits. They're all over town. That's good. That's gonna influence the odds on the fight um, greatly.
Good.
You have a
Good.
reputation in this town now.
So what
So
are the odds?
let's say he says I have a good fighter, but with your reputation, uh, you know, I'll give you 2-1.
In
Now
whose
what?
favor?
In yours?
2-1 in my
Because
favor. Okay.
yeah,
I tell him I would like to make a wager on myself, and I drop my coin purse down, and it's going to be 60 worth cash
60.
die.
All
Yep.
right,
I'm going to keep one back just because 2-1 odds. Like, what the
yeah,
heck, cash die.
yeah, but yeah, sure. Let's give it.
So I'm risking 6 to win 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yep.
thinking.
And
Yeah,
I'm okay with that because 3 is all I need.
that's right. Man, you're really pushing this.
Yeah, I want this reputation. I need it. It's going to help me greatly.
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
yeah, I plop it on the table, tell him that I'm betting this on myself and to show me to the arena.
All right. So, yeah, he says that he has the fighter ready to go. Let's call it maybe it's about noon or something like that. Or actually, you're doing this the day before. Um,
Yeah, the day before Baron comes in.
all right, all right, all right. So yeah, so it's about noon, and he says he's ready to go in about half an hour, and he's gonna start. People start arriving, and they show you down to the basement, and it's a large. They have excavated a large area, and there's a smallish pit in the middle, maybe about I don't know, 12 feet diameter or something like that, or maybe 10 feet diameter, and it's like about 3 feet down. So the people are standing on the edges of the pit looking down. It's not a huge pit, but
Okay.
it's a lower level. You can just climb up and down real easy, but people have good places to look at. And he's got some
Perfect.
benches and some crates stacked up so people can watch. There's a um, there's a fireplace going and some torches or not torches, maybe braziers around the walls to provide illumination for the pit.
Sounds
And
good.
So crowd is gathering. He's taking bets, um, and you're told to fight this man named what shall we name him? Gulko. Gulko.
Okay. Is this
So
a fight to the death or first blood?
uh, to first blood, I suppose. I mean,
Okay. And what kind of wound will constitute first blood?
let's call it a
First one
light
to a
wound.
light wound?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
All right. All
So I'm
right.
gonna spend the half hour just composing myself,
Mhm. Mhm.
getting ready for the fight.
Yeah. Are you wearing? What are you wearing? Armor or?
Yeah, I've got leather armor,
Uh
chest,
huh.
arms, and legs,
Uh huh.
and I'm gonna do something a little crazy here.
Okay.
So as I walk into the arena, I'm gonna pull out my dagger. I'm gonna chuck it outside.
All
I'm
right.
gonna unsheathe my sword, and I'm gonna chuck it outside.
Wow. Okay.
Domlentrine doesn't need weapons.
Really? Wow.
So, and I'm going to use this as leverage for an advantage die to an intimidation roll
Okay.
on the start.
Okay. So
And
this
yeah,
guy.
I'm going to fight him with my fists against his weapon.
All right. So this guy comes out into the arena, and it's a wiry man. He's not too huge, but he looks really strong, and he's wearing a leather breastplate and some. Let's see. You're wearing leather, right?
Yeah.
So let's call it leather too. I like it.
Okay.
Um, and he's wearing like you a full leather on the breastplate and half sleeves on
Okay.
the arms and legs, so he has kind of like a weaker protection there. And he's wearing a sword. And this is Golko. And are you gonna
So,
are you gonna try and read him or something like that?
yeah, you know what? I might as well go ahead and use my manhunter roll and see if I can't figure out something about him before this fight. That would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What am I trying to find out about him? I feel like an instinct would probably be the most useful, either that or a trait. So let me look up objectives for that and make a decision.
You know what? I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe you should try for a belief, and if you succeed, you find out that Golo has asked to kill you, or
Okay.
has asked him to take you or kill you. I don't know. If you
Okay.
fail, I'll give you an instinct or something like that.
Well, I'm absolutely
But
going to fail because seeing a belief is ob 7 and I've only got 5 dice.
oh, is it? Oh,
So
not
I'm
good.
absolutely going to fail this roll.
So,
But that'll give me another challenging for my perception, which is okay too. And I'm just
yeah.
going to get
But
myself into some trouble because I'm going into a deadly situation without weapons. But
yeah, I'm
that's
thinking.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out of a way that for you to find out this information beforehand,
I'll find out after I inflict that first light wound and he doesn't stop.
and he doesn't stop. Okay, yeah.
So there's my fail roll. But
Oh,
I will take
zero.
that. I will
Yeah.
take that instinct.
Okay. Let me see. What's a good instinct for a fight here? Uh, let's see.
And also, what was his name again?
Golko. G O
Galco.
L K O. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Okay, I'll give you a good instinct here. I don't know how if this is too good, but you're gonna need all the help you can get.
Okay.
So his instinct is always go for two actions on the first volley.
Okay.
So that should be pretty helpful.
Yeah, that will help quite a bit. So
Yeah.
he walks in, I walk in, I drop my dagger, I drop my sword, and I look at him, and I tell him he needs to run home to Mama right now because he's about to get embarrassed that the ghosts have faced much worse odds and lived to tell the tale. That he needs
All
to run
right.
home with his tail between the legs because I like
Uh
him.
huh.
So with that, I'm going to be rolling my B4 intimidation. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
fork in my B5 falsehood because I've absolutely not been in situations more dangerous than that.
Yeah.
So that puts me up to 5. I'm going to fork in my persuasion. I told him I liked him, and I'm trying to talk him into doing something. Right?
All right.
So that's 6. And then spycraft wise for 7.
All
And I'm
right.
gonna shadow box a little bit with my brawling to get the brawling fork for 8.
All right.
Against his will for an intimidation check to hopefully get some hesitation actions so I
Yeah.
can end this quick.
All right. So let's call it a B4.
A B4?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna put both persona points into this as well. I need these. Hesitate actions. So 10 dice. Here goes. Oh shit! One, two, three,
Wow.
four, five, 6 with 3 sixes.
That's huge.
Now,
Yeah.
hold on. Does intimidate grant extra obs for more successes?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it does. Let's check it
Yeah,
quickly.
let's check it, because if it does, I'm absolutely going to use a fate point and blow those up.
I'm pretty sure
Because
it
that's
does,
a
but
hell of a
let's.
roll.
Yeah, that is a really good roll. All right. Hills one. Okay, here we go. Intimidation. Obstacle is the will. If successful, make a steel test. Add extra successes to the hesitation obstacle.
Okay, so fate point to roll 3 more for those 6s.
Yeah. Whoa.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
And another
so
one. So how
total
many is that? Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total successes. So he is at a
10
plus 6 ob
or wow.
on
Okay,
top of
that's
his
good.
normal hesitation.
So wow. So wait a minute. So let's give him a steal of. Let me look at the questions real quick.
Oh, I'm so glad I put those points into that.
Oh wow, yeah, that's awesome.
And that's fate and 2 persona on intimidation and a routine test.
Yeah. All right.
But
Where
that's
are those?
okay.
Steal
Intimidation's only
questions.
B4.
Steal questions, page 91. So let's give 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Make sure you're deducting that from his health, because I know there's a couple of the same questions that are good for steel but bad for health if answered yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think a 7 is pretty good.
Okay.
Um, so his hesitation is 6, but with your plus 6, it's right now it's 12. So he's got
Hesitation of 12.
7 dice to hit the hesitation of 12. Now, steel is open-ended. So if he gets
Yep.
the, yeah,
Steel is
he keeps rolling.
open-ended, but he's still going to have some hesitation actions.
Oh yeah. Let's see how it goes.
It's gonna happen. Hopefully, I can hesitate for an entire chain.
One,
Jesus!
two. So he's hesitating for 10 actions.
That's
And,
what's up.
and he's got, let's say, B4 reflexes. So that's, wow, that's like 2.5 exchanges or something like that.
Perfect.
That is
Perfect.
scary. Yeah.
Okay, let
So,
me pull up my. Okay, Bear Fist has a weapon speed of 3, which kind of sucks, but that's okay.
yeah.
That
So,
is okay because
let me
I've
just
got an
quickly
idea. I've got,
look at your hesitation actions. Stand and drool, fall prone and beg for mercy, run screaming, and swoon. My God, that's the whole range of options available to
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Well, how do I want to do this?
So you got your 10 actions to go. I mean, you can.
Yeah, I absolutely
You don't
do.
even have to. You can just say, this is 2 whole exchanges.
Yeah, plus some.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
2
6,
exchanges
7,
plus 2
8.
actions on the next.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So we'll script if we make it that far.
yeah, but I can't just continually strike because fists only have a weapon speed of 3. So I have to rest at some point.
It does.
So, what I'm thinking about doing is I'm gonna strike volley 1, strike volley 2, intimidate volley 3 for my last 2 actions. See if I can't
There
just
goes it.
pummel, stay down, bitch, pummel, and
All
keep
right.
racking up these hesitation actions. So that is my plan.
All right.
So let's see here. Now I've got a brawling of 4,
Uh huh.
so that's a good base. I'm gonna fork in spycraft wise, because close quarters combat. I know what I'm doing. I know where to hit. I know how to
Hmm.
hit. Um, and the entire time I'm doing this, I'm just gonna be screaming at him, just stark
All
raving
right.
mad to fork in the intimidation for 2 rounds, with the possibility of maybe an advantage die to that intimidation roll on volley 3 because I'm gonna continually intimidate him for these first 2 volleys for forks.
Okay.
And this is absolutely unopposed.
No, you've. I'm checking the table. It says it's still a standard skill test of 1.
Yeah. There's still the ob
Yeah.
one, but it's unopposed,
Oh yeah.
which is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So
But
that I got 2.
okay. But the thing is, he decides where he takes it, even if you're hesitating.
Yep, even when you're hesitating,
So, and he's got armor.
that's fine.
So,
That's fine.
let me check the armor real quick. I believe it's 2 armor. Let me
Hmm.
see. It's 2 dice of armor. Where is it? Where is it? Shields, helmets, armor. There we go. Reinforced leather is 2 dice, but he's got half sleeves on his arms and legs, so it's 1 dice in the extremities. So for your first hit, he's going to take it in the leg.
Okay.
So
So you
if you
take it
want
in
to
the
move
leg.
it, yeah, all you can move it is to the arms or to the chest. To the chest is bad because he's got
Yeah.
3 dice. You know.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and spend it and move it to the arm.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It'll only
So
deal a
okay.
superficial wound, but I'll work up those obs in case he does come out of this hesitation.
All right. So let me roll his armor. Hang on. And that's a 2, so he takes it. So
Perfect.
that's
So it's B2 incidental. Or wait, hold on. Let me look up my power. I think my power is a B4, but if it's not, that'll be more. My power is a B4, so yeah, it is a B2 incidental wound,
that's correct.
which
Let
will
me
be a
check
superficial
his
on him.
let me check his PTGS. Hang on. Weapons appendix. Okay, NPCs. Here we go. Okay, so wait. B3 is a superficial to him. So
Yeah, so
B2
anything to
does
the left of
nothing.
B3 is superficial.
Yeah, so B2 does nothing.
No, if it's to the left, it's still superficial. B1, B2, and B3 is superficial. If B5 is light for him,
No, I think nothing.
are you
Let,
sure?
let me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but let's check it, because it's not to the left, it's to the right.
To the right, yeah, you are correct. So it does do nothing,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
means
You
I
have
need
to
to
add
roll mark hits.
at least a B3 to hit him. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I need to roll mark
So,
hits. That's okay. We're
uh,
gonna do the same thing
yeah. Let
and
me.
try it again with
B1 is
volley 2.
B5. B6. Hang on. B3 is superficial. B5 is light. B7 is meaty. Um, B8 severe. B9 traumatic, and B10 dead.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right.
All right, here's my volley 2 strike roll with
Mm-hmm.
the same forks,
Yep. Hit it.
and that's 1, 2.
That's
I'm
2.
gonna I'm gonna
Yep.
spend a fate point, and I'm gonna blow up that 6. I've got the fate to spare,
All right.
and nothing. So yeah,
So
um,
same thing. He's gonna take it in the leg.
he's gonna take it in the leg. So I mean, no matter what I do, um,
Yeah. With an
okay,
add
hold
two.
on.
With an add two. With 2 successes. No, wait. It's one.
What,
One goes to the strike. So you're 1 over. It doesn't matter. You can move it to the arm if you want, but he's still gonna roll armor.
yeah,
And
he's
it's
still gonna roll it, but is fist add 2 or is fist add 1?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
Because if
it's
it's
at
add
2.
1, I'm not gonna move it because if because
It's at 2.
it's add 2.
Add 2. Yeah, the only thing that is
Okay.
add 1 is a knife or dirk
Yep.
or dagger. Anything that looks like a knife is
So
at
yeah,
1. Everything else is at 2.
there's absolutely nothing I can do. I mean, I'm gonna move it.
So this second hit.
I'm gonna move it to his arm and make him roll his armor, just on the off chance that he fucks the roll up and it damages his armor.
Uh, 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 uh,
Which
all
that
right.
did happen last time. He did lose a die,
Yeah.
right? Or is that on? Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. So maybe I can just whittle down that arm armor.
Yeah. I didn't go for it though.
Okay, that's
That's
okay.
fine. Yeah.
So
So he's actually, he's like stumbling back and he's managing to put up his arms, but
yep,
he's completely.
yep.
He's out of
So
sorts. He's not expecting you to do this. Uh-huh.
so considering that I did not inflict any pain onto him, I
Uh-huh.
will withdraw my lobby for the intimidation advantage die.
Yeah.
And I'm still going for the intimidate, but I'm gonna withdraw the lobby for that die because I don't think it's appropriate anymore.
All
So
right.
B4 intimidation, and I'm just
Mm-hmm.
just screaming obscenities at him, left and right, as I do my
Yeah.
thing. Um
Furiously punching him. Yeah.
um let's see, can I get my falsehood in? I don't think I get my falsehood or my persuasion in there, but I will fork in my spycraft wise. And I'll just like back off him and shadow box a little bit so I can fork in that brawling again.
All
Just
right.
being cocky and confident. So that gives
All right.
me 6 to roll against
Against his 4.
his 4 will to see if we can't get some extra hesitation actions.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, I got it.
Right. So he has to roll, but now he rolls plain.
Yeah. Yep.
So he rolls 7 against an ABA 6.
Which could still equate to a couple more actions.
Ooh, it does. So that buys you. Yeah, that actually buys you what, 6 more actions?
I'm not sure. I can't see the dice on your screen for some reason.
Oh,
It's cutting them
well,
all off.
yeah, it's only 1 success. So if
So
his
yeah, that's
hesitation
another
is
6
6,
actions, and with the completion of volley 3, that was 3 actions.
yeah, you just scripted 4. You had
Yeah.
6 to go.
So he's got
plus.
12 more actions that he's just down on.
All right. So okay, after this, no more intimidation. We should
Yeah.
invoke let it
Okay.
ride.
Yep.
So
Yep. I'm totally down to invoke Let It Ride. That sounds
yeah.
good. Um.
Okay, you still got 12
And
actions, which is like 3 volleys. Uh,
yeah, yeah. It's still just me pummeling left and right. And in the spirit of this, I
mhm.
would like to invoke Just Say Yes that I beat the shit out of him and the fight's over.
Okay.
Instead of just sitting here and scripting the same action for the next 12 actions,
Yeah.
like, eventually it's going to get through. He's going to be beat up and bruised. He's not getting up from this.
All right. All right. So yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Let's
cool.
do
So we will invoke that. So I just
it.
stand on top of him and just continually pummel his face. And when I'm finally satisfied, and the whole time I've got my ghost mask on,
Uh-huh.
I stand up. I quietly walk out of the arena. I pick up my dagger, fold to my
Hmm.
clothes. I sheathe my sword. I walk to the barkeep. I just hold my hand out for my money, and then I'm gonna walk out without saying a word.
Yeah, I mean he's
And
scowling at you,
yeah,
and yeah.
yeah.
All right. So
So
yeah,
collect
he
that. That puts
grudging you.
me up to, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10 cash dice altogether.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to lobby to lower the cash die price from 9 to 8 for this
Yeah,
final rep after this showing the ghost just had in Golo the Lesser's establishment.
I agree. But as you're leaving the establishment, give me a observation check,
An
because
observation?
you're going to be followed.
Okay, and that's rooted in perception, correct?
Yes, it's
Okay.
let's call it that Golo is sending a hit squad after you.
Okay. So
So let's call it
this is
yeah.
going to be beginner's luck. I'm untrained.
Oh. All right. I'll
But
give
it's in
him
perception, so I've got 5 dice, so that's okay.
oh, that's pretty good.
Let me
Yeah.
update my fate points right quick. I spent 2
Sure.
fate. So I'm 5 fate and 0 persona for the session right now. So hopefully I don't need that persona.
You're out of
And
persona for today? Yeah.
I only had 2, and I put them both in that initial
Oh, wow.
intimidation check.
All right.
I'm gambling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. It's an opposed roll, right? It's my observation against their incognito.
Correct. If you see them, you get a chance to outrun them or I don't know, ambush them or whatever it is that you want to do, or try to lose the tail. If you fail,
I'm gonna get ambushed essentially.
you're gonna get ambushed. Yeah, I'm just figuring
Yeah.
out if we're gonna go into some sort of bloody
Yeah,
versus
bloody versus
or
would seem appropriate here. After just doing a fight,
yeah.
I'd hate to get in a whole other subsystem right after that.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like 3 guys. So
Yeah, bloody versus will be the way to go.
all right,
All right.
all right.
So and I'm at double obstacle, so we're gonna double their successes. So why don't you let me see their successes first?
Yeah. So let's call it a stealth of 4. And
Or
I'm thinking,
isn't it should be incognito since they're following me through the city and not stealth.
oh, okay. So
Yeah,
inconspicuous.
inconspicuous.
Yeah, but these guys are. I mean, it's a hit squad. They know what they're doing. They're competent.
Okay.
So I'm feeling like they should get a B4 skill. And we're
Yeah,
gonna
sounds good.
do slowest and loudest. So I'm just gonna use. Oh, what the hell? I'll give him 1 helping dice. So let's make it 5.
5 on 5, and I'm at double obstacle. This could turn
That's right.
bad.
This could turn bad. Let's see how it goes. Hi, luck.
What do I got? I cannot see.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 success. Actually, it's a 6. I'm feeling like exploding that.
Go for it.
Let's explode it to more
Go for it.
difficult. Oh, nothing. So one
So
success.
I
You
need
gotta
2,
get 2 or beginner's luck right there.
and I got it.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Excellent. All
Perfect.
right. So as
And
you're leaving the club, yeah, you're walking through the streets and you notice these goons. You notice that they're lounging around and suddenly one starts walking, some paces behind, but he's walking. And as you turn a corner, a second guy suddenly stands up and kind of starts walking too, more toward the side. So you see one behind you, you see one slightly to one side, and then you pick up a third guy coming in from the other
okay.
side. Oh,
So
there are.
here's what I want to do. I noticed him coming, trying to box me in. I would like to
Uh-huh.
roll spycraft wise, and my
To the,
intent for spycraft wise is to pick out someone that I can trust to deliver a message discreetly back to Isham. Maybe one of his henchmen, something like that. Or
hmm
we could circle and do right and with the right here, right now rules.
Yeah, that sounds.
Either way, but give me a second. Let me see if I can frame this in a manner that spycraft wise will
becomes
help.
applicable. Yeah,
Because I would like to get some more tests on spycraft wise.
yeah.
So what do I want to do? Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. I would like to roll spycraft wise to bring into existence in this game that countermeasures have been set up with Isham in case something like this happens, and there is a specific rendezvous point that I should go to have the ambushers ambushed.
All right. That sounds cool. That sounds
Yeah.
cool.
So
Uh,
I've got 2 on spycraft wise,
hmm
and can I justify grift wise for a fork? No, I
You.
can't. But I am leading them someplace,
Uh
right?
huh.
So I'm gonna fork in streetwise because I know all the routes in the area.
That's right.
So that'll
Uh,
give me a roll of 3.
all right.
So
Let
now we
me.
need to set a knob.
Yeah. So let's see. What could I do? Because they want to steer you in a direction. There's a fourth guy in an alley someplace,
Hmm.
and they want to completely. So they kind of want to steer you. What would I use for that? Let me take a quick look here.
Well, the way I'm thinking about it
Uh
is if I succeed this wise check,
huh.
then I'm able to successfully evade them steering because I'm aware that they're there at this point. Like I'm not going to let them steer me in any type of place. Like they've already failed that.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
Okay.
I know they're there. I know they're planning something nefarious. I'm not going to go down a dark alley.
So let's just say,
So
let's just say
if
that
I
straight
fail
on.
it,
Yeah,
I believe that this mechanism's in place, but it's not, and I get there and there's nobody there to help me. I'm not
exactly.
quite in a darkened alley where I'm cornered with only one way out, but I'm under the impression there's going to be people there, and there's not.
All right, all right. We'll open up here. Uh, okay. It's either an act that you can accomplish if you concentrate, or a risky act. Should we call it a risky act?
Um,
But risky is up 4.
where is this ob that you're coming? I've not seen that
That's
description.
that's a list of descriptions on page. It's at the very start of the book. Because I know that there's the list of obs for Weisses. Let me check
Yeah,
the list for obs for Weisses. In
yeah.
fact, details on common knowledge, rare goods, bizarre or obscure.
I feel
But
like it'd be
that's,
uncommon knowledge. You wouldn't want everybody to know that a mechanism like this is in place.
yeah, yeah. They need like a good table for because that's usually for like knowing stuff, but not
Yeah.
for creating stuff in the fiction, which is a second use for Weisses, which is awesome.
Hmm.
Okay, let's call it an ob 3. Let's go with that.
Okay. So I need 3 of 3, or at least some 6s for some fate. Oh, I got 2 and a 6.
Yeah.
I'm spending it. Oh, got it.
You
I'm gonna
got
keep
it.
rolling it just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Oh
Jesus!
wow. Nice. You're on a roll.
Jesus! They just keep coming.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
so
Yeah.
so this is what happens. Me and my infinite knowledge as a
Love it.
master spy lead them down a bunch of twists and turns, so they're no longer trying to surround me. Not only do I do this, I know of their fourth man, and I circle all the way around him to where they're all just in a group.
And he joins
And
in.
they don't
Yeah.
quite realize that they're in a group. They're far enough away from each other, they think they're all still
Uh
flanked.
huh.
I lead them back to the specific spot that has been
Uh huh.
prearranged, and Isham's men just pop out from behind walls and dumpsters and just start slicing throats. And
Nice.
I thank them and continue walking like
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah. And they just kill all four of them, so they're gone.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Nice.
but before I walk away, I
Uh huh.
would I'm gonna check them for jewelry and goods and anything like that. Maybe what kind of armor do they have? I could use some new armor.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's all leather. Yeah.
It, at least
Yeah.
run of the mill leather because I'm rocking poor
Yeah.
leather right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's run of the
Okay,
mill leather.
I,
Definitely.
I,
It's
I, I'm gonna loot them to upgrade my poor to run of the mill leather,
all
and I'm
right.
gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna carve a G in each of their chests for ghosts, so motherfuckers
Nice.
know who did this. And then I'm gonna
Nice.
continue walking like nothing happened.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Find a safe place to change into my new, better armor, and then
Excellent.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Isham's house, let him know that the safeguard does in fact work, and thank
Nice.
him for agreeing to set that up with me. And I'm gonna
Awesome.
hand him the 8 cash die I need to continue spreading the
Ex-
rumors of the
Excellent.
Great Ghost.
Yeah.
So, and I'm on. I've got 7 days left for my second one.
All
We'll call
right.
this after the 7 days. 3 more days plus the die of fate for the third dice.
Uh, yeah, but you've done a lot of stuff. I feel like upgrading that, like right now.
You
Uh,
want to upgrade? Give me the second dice, and then we'll do 3 plus the die of fate for the third one that I'm paying for now.
yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so
So week.
a week from today, and I'll have my national reputation as the ghost.
That's correct. Because
And I still have 2 cash
yeah,
die left
nice.
out of those
So
exploits.
you got some money left over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got some money left over. I've upgraded my armor. I've spread the
hmm
tails, and I'm already harassing Gola the Lesser because he's a douche.
Yeah. You're multitasking here.
Yeah. I'm setting stuff up. I'm putting that scheming trait to good work.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, from here, I'm just gonna rest for the evening,
Uh-huh.
kick back, relax, revel in my accomplishments, and in the morning, I'm going to intercept and kill this guy.
Excellent. Excellent. And
And
remember
after I
it.
do that, I'm gonna go talk with the other ship captains because I now have the complete
Exactly.
employee list.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, you do. So, most of them are in town already or coming in. They have been coming in the last couple of days because the meet is tomorrow night, the meeting.
Yeah.
All right. So, but in the morning, Barham's ship pulls in. All
Oh, and
right.
you know what's awesome? That was a difficult for my spycraft wise as well.
Was it?
I
Oh,
I had I had 3 dice against 3, and I just
that's
hit
true.
a massive 6s that I got to explode.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
So, and yeah, it's B2, so one more routine spycraft wise, and that gets upgraded.
Nice. Nice.
So that's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna rest for the night. I'm gonna get up bright and early in the morning,
hmm
and I'm gonna go post up at the docks and just await him.
All right. All right. So early with the morning tide, few ships are coming in. You identify this ship. It's kind of like a galley. It's got oars and slaves pulling the oars, but it also has masts, for putting up sails,
Okay.
for the open sea. And you ask around. There's a couple of sailors going around, and you ask some guy, which ship is that? And he gives you the name, and it is actually Barham's ship. Let's call it the Free Enterprise is the name of the ship,
Okay.
and yeah, it's into the port, and they people
Okay.
throw ropes and moor it in,
I would
and
like to sneak onto the ship before he gets off. Oh, hey, wait one. I've got a phone call.
sure, I'll go get some water, so be right back.
So I believe that our one viewer out there is Mills. If it is you, I hope you are enjoying this, considering you stuck around most of the time. It seems like you are. I know I'm having a lot of fun right now. All of my stuff is coming together.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Getting some water.
Yeah, that was an old lady. I've got to pick her up. She's off at 10:30. She said that she'd hang out until 11 so I could finish game because she knows that we already had this planned out.
Yeah.
Because that's how much she loves me. She's going to kick it at work for a half hour so I can finish my tabletop game.
That is awesome. That's
Yeah.
a keeper, my friend.
Yeah, damn right she is. So, yeah, I would like to sneak onto a ship before
All right.
he departs.
All right, so let's call it. That would be like an inconspicuous role. I'm thinking. Um, or I mean, are you going to do something more drastic, like swim overboard and try to pull up the other side? I don't know.
That would require a lot of untrained tests. I'm gonna do the inconspicuous.
All right.
With a spycraft wise fork.
Mhm.
And and I'm also gonna fork in disguise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I don't know, grab Sailorman's shirt that maybe one of the guys got sweaty and took it off or something. And I'm just gonna grab it to kind of help me blend in.
All right.
So that'll give
So
6.
because the underlings are kind of unloading crates and stuff like that, so
and
there
walking
is
back
some
up to
activity.
unload more.
Yeah.
So that gives me inconspicuous of 6. What is my objective?
Let's call it an untrained perception observation because it's supposed to be.
Yep.
It's an inversus test against observation.
Yes,
So
that is
let's.
true. So I get to double my successes.
Yeah, and let's say these guys are untrained. So let's give a regular observation of. A regular perception of say 3. And I'm going to give
2
it a
advantage
couple.
die for
Precisely.
just the helping dice.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people around, and
there are 5 dice against my 6, but my successes
yours
are
count as twice. So here I go.
1, 2. I've got 3, so I've got 6.
3, 4. Okay, so I got 4. So, so your 6 beats my 4.
Yep.
So yeah.
So yeah, I just really coolly walk onto the ship, identify the door to the captain's quarters, and walk right in.
All right. I picture all these guys moving back and forth, and you're sort of moving smoothly around them. And
yeah, just
nobody gives you a second glance.
Going about their work. And I walk in, I shut the door, and I lock it.
All right.
And then I just look at him.
And he goes, And who are you?
Well, I'm your best friend, sir. See, there's a plot to kill you. And me, I'm a capitalist. I hear of a plot to kill a well-off man like yourself, and I figure if I can save his life, he'd be very grateful and might line my pockets a little bit. And let's get a falsehood roll on this, because that's exactly what it is. I'm lying through my teeth just so he trusts me,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna kill him. Like
Okay.
that. So that's my intent. My intent is to lie to him, so he's like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" And I'm like, "Come here. I'm gonna get you out of here," and I'm just gonna stab a knife through his throat.
All right.
So
Uh,
that's my intent.
let's see. Let's see. Let me look at falsehood a minute and see what we're talking about.
And just so I can get the believable lie advantage dice, I'm gonna tell
Mhm.
him that Relgar has learned of his plot to kill him,
Okay, that's what I
and that
was
he's
looking for.
yep, yep, that he's the one that has put the hit out on him, and I think he'd pay me better, so I'm here to save him.
All right. Yeah. So you.
That's my lie.
All right. So I'll give him B for Will, and okay, I feel like giving you a disadvantage, an extra ob. I'll give you an ob penalty because he is suspicious. You know,
Okay.
he's kind of paranoid. He's waiting to kill Relgar,
Yep.
and uh, you
So
know
an
this
ob
thing is
penalty, but for a believable lie, do I get
the advantage
the
dice.
advantage die for it?
Yeah, I'll give you the advantage dice, but because you
Okay.
give advantage dice and disadvantages are just higher obs. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
correct?
and it all goes in together. So I've
Exactly,
got my
and
falsehood
one doesn't
5.
cancel the other. So yeah,
So falsehood of 5
and an ob of
and
5. Yeah.
an ob of 5.
Let me put the counter here. This is good to remind. This sets the odds in the corner, so at least we know what's going on.
You know, I would like to increase my ob.
Okay.
I want to change my lie.
Yeah.
I am gonna tell him that the town guard is fed up with his stuff and they've never been able to pin anything on him. So they're the
Okay.
ones trying to kill him. So I can get that +2 ob for a bad lie.
So that takes your ob to 7.
Takes my ob to 7, and I'm going to roll 5 dice against it.
Excellent. All
So
right.
what is my
So
failure consequence when I fail this?
let's see.
And while you're thinking of that, for our viewer, because I believe it's my buddy, the reason I am going to intentionally fail this is the way that skills level up and you get better is you have to use them, and you have routine tests, difficult tests, and challenging tests. You need a combination of the 3 different ones to make your skill better, but a challenging test is an impossible test. You can't pass it without using ARTA points, which, give me extra dice and whatnot that don't count towards the final tally. And I just happen to only need challenging tests on my falsehoods right now to get it to go up. So that's why I'm going to intentionally fail this roll.
You could Arta it, and Arta doesn't
I,
affect.
no,
Yeah.
it doesn't, but all I have is fate. So I may still pass it
Yeah.
if I get enough 6s, which I've been rolling like mad tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll
All
see.
right. So I'm thinking if you fail, he knows you're completely lying, so he's gonna draw a cutlass that he has hidden behind his desk. Sitting behind his desk, and he's gonna draw it, and he's gonna shout for help.
Okay. I'm glad I
So,
locked that door.
ooh, that's right. But you're still gonna be in there, and he's
Yeah.
gonna be armed with a drawn sword.
Yep.
So,
And that's okay. That's
yeah,
okay. All right. So my 5 dice against an ob 7
roll it.
did not get it.
All right. So,
So he draws down.
Yeah.
I draw my sword, and I'm
So
like,
he draws it,
you're
and
wise to not believe me, but it's just going to make your death that much more painful. Because, see, before, I was going to make it real quick. Now it's going to be slow, and I'm going to use that to open with an intimidation for advantage dice during this bloody versus.
all right. So we're gonna go bloody versus on it.
Now,
Let's
so let me
let's
let
think
me roll
about.
my intimidation here. So, and as I tell him that, I'm going to flourish my sword a little bit so I can fork in my sword,
All right.
my spycraft wise. So that gives me 6 to roll on my intimidation. And we determined he has a will of 4
4.
already. So 6 against 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna spin the fate, reroll those 6s, and I didn't get it,
No. So it doesn't work. But
and that's okay.
yeah. So bloody versus. Let's see. That's page 426. I put bookmarks all over this book.
Yeah, I need
And
to do that
it's
myself with
huge.
post-it
Look at
notes.
this. It's
Yeah,
a it's a ridiculous amount.
they help though.
They help. Yeah.
Okay, so
426.
advantages is longer weapon or shorter weapon when appropriate. I'm gonna fight with my knife because we're in close quarters, and I feel that'll give me the 2D advantage dice for a shorter weapon.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
and there is when you get into the fight rules, it talks about fighting in cramped quarters with a long weapon as being a disadvantage.
That's true. That's true. You're correct.
So
Uh, so that
yeah,
gives
and
you a +2 to attack. And does your dagger have VA? Is it a superior quality dagger?
it is a superior quality dagger
So
because I
you
got that
have.
from Isham from that last assassination I did.
That's correct. The poison's gone, but the dagger is superior
Still
quality.
superior, so that gives me VA, and he's armored, so that gives me 3 dice advantage to
Dice
my
to
attack
attack.
pool.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
also have reinforced leather, so that gives
yeah.
me +2 advantage towards my
Mm-hmm.
defense pool.
That's correct.
What are his reflexes at?
Let's call it same as yours.
Okay, so no advantage
Yeah,
on
so no
reflexes.
advantage on stride or reflexes. So now you just go for your forks. Let
Yeah,
me
so,
figure out his
yep.
his
You
stuff.
figure up his, and I will figure up mine.
You know what? I feel like he has a superior quality sword. So I'll give
Yeah,
him
that
plus
makes sense.
one.
He's the captain. I'm okay with that.
Plus, if you beat him, you get a superior quality
Yup,
contest. So
yup.
that's always good. So 1 to attack, and his armor is the same as yours. It's reinforced leather. So let's call it 2D. And just his forks. So let's make it a +5 sword. Uh,
Okay, I have my dice pulled out, and I'm ready to go when you are.
yeah, give me a second here.
And also for our viewer, the first fight we did was full-on fight scripting rules. It's normally a bit more exciting during the actual scripting phase when we're doing actions, but I did some stupid shit that kind of worked out for me, and we lost our viewer.
Oh, did we? It's too bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Uh, all right, so like 6,
And
8.
for anybody else, Bloody Versus is just a watered-down form of the combat.
Yeah.
So as opposed to going back in the full-on scripting, we're both gonna make one roll and determine what happens out of that.
Yeah.
So
All
it
right.
goes by a lot quicker.
So I'm gonna give him 5 sword skill, Forkin brawling for 6, and I'm gonna give him 2D advantage for his home terrain. This is his office. He knows this place, and he is on a ship, and he's used to the.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of
Yep,
slow because it's moored, but it's still moving a bit.
yep.
So,
Sounds good to me.
so he's gonna go 6 dice to attack and 5 dice to defend.
Okay.
All right.
I
So,
have allocated 7 dice to attack and 3 to defense.
all right. So let me roll my defense first, so you can attack him, or
Okay.
would you like me to attack you first?
No, you can roll defense first. That's fine.
Okay. So we're gonna roll. I'm gonna give him 1 fate.
Okay.
So if he gets any 6s, I'll probably blow him up. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 successes on defense.
Okay, and I got 1, 2, 3. Oh, those 10s, ignore those. I had those
Yeah.
set up for my defense pool so I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
I've got 4 successes, but I've got 2 6s, so I'm going to go ahead and blow those up with another fate point.
Uh huh.
So 5 successes total.
So 5 successes, and he's got 1, 2, 3. So you beat
So,
by
yeah,
2.
I hit. So
Yeah.
let's see if he hits.
So you hit. You hit with a 2. So let me don't land. All right. So he attacks with 6 dice, and he gets 1, 2, 3, and he blows 1 6 up. Ooh, another 6. And that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4
4.
successes on
Okay.
attack.
I'm rolling my 3 defense, and I only negated 1.
Okay, so
So
he
we're
hits. He
tied 3 and
hits.
3.
He hits
So,
for 3. Oh, so
and
we're
both sides
tied.
hit. So we
That's
apply
right.
wound results, make steel tests, and if one side hesitates, he's out of the fight, captured, or run off.
Nice.
And I feel
So,
like so for wounds,
all right.
I
So
had
wait. Yeah.
we got to do up wounds. I had 3 successes.
Yeah. So he's gonna take
So
that to the leg.
and he's all leather armor all
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna move it. I have 3 successes. I
All
am
right.
going to, because I am using a superior dagger with an add of 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump that up to a superb hit
Ooh.
and hope his armor fails him.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. All right. Wait. You had 3 successes. You used 2 to bump it up to. Oh, it's a dagger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
add 1, so it's going up to superb.
Nice. Nice. So you bump it up to superb, and I just rolled for the leg. That's right.
Yep.
Hang on.
Which leg's
Yeah,
only 1d for leather, isn't it?
that's yeah. It's 2D, but I'm gonna call it half sleeves.
Perfect.
Actually, no. It's 2 dice because it's full leather. But your BA of 1 means he has to get 2
Oh,
successes.
yes, yes,
So he
because
has
I
to
do have
get
a
2 on
VA.
2.
Perfect.
Yeah. So 2 on 2, and he does not get it. Plus his armor is degraded, just in case you're gonna hit him again.
Perfect. So that is a
Um,
superb hit. That is a B7 wound.
B7. So let's call it same as the other guy. That's a meaty wound. So meaties are -2 or
Yep,
-3.
-2, which is gonna take down that steel check.
That's right. So okay, meaties
So that's
-2.
helpful.
Yeah.
And he
So
has 3 successes. I'm going to
yeah.
I'm also going to take it in the leg.
All right.
As much as I
So
want that bonus die for the chest, if I put it in the chest, he can easily move to my head where I'm unarmored.
yeah. So he's gonna move it to your arm and bump it up to a mark hit.
Mark. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be B7 too.
Yep, and
And
he's
he's got a
got versus
VA one
armor.
too. Yeah, of one.
So
So you're in like the same position. What's
yeah,
your?
yep.
Yeah,
So here's my 2,
yeah.
and I did not get it.
And you do not get it.
So
So
I
you.
also take a B7 wound, which for
Yeah.
Donlin is also a midi.
Ouch.
Jesus Christ. So now it's just hesitation actions. So I've got
Yeah.
4 for my steel against my hesitation of 6. So it comes down to who's hesitating longer.
Yeah. So you got 4 dice on 6.
4 dice on 6.
Yeah, I'll do the same for him. So let's see.
Ho 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 ho.
Oh, he's got 3 successes, so you better blow that. Oh no, wait!
Yeah.
It's steel. It blows up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
steel. Don't have to spend it. Perfect.
that's right.
I've also got 3 successes, so
Nice.
I am now captured. Oh no, because no, we're
No.
tied. It's 3 and 3.
Fine. It's 3 on 3.
So that means neither side. I assume we're going to go to neither side hit rules where we're deadlocked.
Yeah.
We can't do this again. We have to figure out a different way to resolve it.
Uh.
Like we can't do another bloody versus because of Let It Ride. Bloody versus has been had, and it did not work.
All right. So.
Oh,
All right.
wait a second. Wait a second.
Traits. Check traits. Do you
I have a
anything?
call on for steel.
Oh, rocket!
I'm
Yeah.
re-rolling my steel.
Wait. Call on. You can reroll failures. Is that correct?
I think call on you just re-roll altogether.
No. Check.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Traits.
What's
Here
the
we
trait
go.
that I?
Types of traits 310. Call on allows for re-rolls or break ties.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
mean
wait,
that's.
no, we're tied.
Ooh,
We're tied. I'm
that's
breaking the
right.
tie and winning.
Yeah, that's right.
No re-rolls.
That's right.
So, he's
That's right.
down. I'm slitting his throat. At this point, there's guys beating on the door, right? He
Yeah.
did call for help. That was
Yeah.
spoken in his intent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take his sword real quick.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna carve a hasty G in
All
his
right.
chest,
Nice.
and I'm jumping out his window into the sea.
Excellent. So just to, I mean, it was a tie, so that's over. But I wanna check page 58 colon traits. Either break a tie, other player roll failed dice on the test.
Okay.
So if it weren't tied, if you had lost, you
I
could
could have just
still
re-rolled all my failures.
and kept your successes.
Perfect.
The original
Perfect.
successes. So
That's good to know. It's not just a straight re-roll.
no,
That's even better than I thought it was.
yes,
But that tiebreaker, that really came in handy.
yeah, colon traits are much better than what I originally thought they were. I mean, I looked them over and it's like, my God, this is more powerful than I thought.
Yeah. Call-on's pretty badass. So yeah, I jump in the sea.
Uh-huh.
I'm swimming away. I'm bleeding. This needs to be taken care of.
Yes.
So I'm going to find a doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
First off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle up a doctor.
Yeah.
Because I need routine circles tests anyways, and I feel like a doctor in the city is routine.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty much ob 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2. And to justify this, I know a doctor because I spoke with Rogar earlier to see if he had a doctor.
Yeah, and
So
he did give you a
I'm
name.
circling that doctor up. I succeeded.
Yeah.
I find my doctor. That gives me one of the routines I need for circles.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got to look up rules for patching up.
Yeah, let's look it up. Hang on.
So anatomy of injury, recovery from a midi wound. It requires an
Okay, well,
OP3 health test.
no, wait. First we got to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, I've got to receive treatment from the doctor. The doctor's got to roll his treatment,
Uh-huh.
and I have to pass an OP3 health test,
Ooh.
and it
Okay.
takes 2 to 12 weeks to recover from. The first eye is recovered as soon as a successful medical test is made. So as soon as the doctor patches me up, I get one of my dice back.
Yep.
And if I remember this right, um, dice you lose to wounds do not take away from your health
Yeah.
for your health test. So I've still got all of those, thank God,
Yep.
because I'm going to need them for an op free. So you'll have to roll one of his appropriate skills.
Yeah.
And let's see, for midi wound, field dressings 2, apothecaries 2, bloodlettings 1, herbalism is 3, surgeries 2, and then
Yeah. What page are you? Because I'm looking at the.
that is page 492. There's a table right under staunching the flow.
Yeah, because I was looking at the clippy thing, and
Yeah.
wow, it's confusing.
Mhm.
Okay, staunch
Yeah.
the flow. That's the
Yep.
first thing you got to do is stop the bleeding. Is that
Yep.
correct?
That is, and I found the doctor to do that.
This isn't a treatment test, but a test to delay death until real treatment can begin.
Oh, so where
Uh,
is the treat? Oh, the treatment page is 491.
yeah, I'm thinking, do you first have to stop the bleeding and then treat it,
Um,
or?
I think that's more for like if you're out in the middle of the woods with your party and somebody's injured and you've got to like carry him to town. Considering I'm already in the city,
Uh-huh.
I feel like
Okay,
I
yeah.
can just make it straight to the doctor. Mm. So extra successes on the treatment test count as advantage die for the injured character's health test. It's a
All right.
special link test.
All right, so let me look here. Let's say he's the surgeon. Let's call
Okay.
it a meaty
Yep. Surgery. That is an ob of 3 for
three,
midi wound.
and let's say he has a skill of 5,
And I feel like
and
he would have at least one or two other appropriate forks being a surgeon, at the very least field dressing.
yeah, yeah. Let me see what usually forks into that, because he's got to have anatomy and he's got to have stuff like that.
Yeah, anatomy absolutely forks into surgery.
Let's take a look right quick at the surgery skill, just to check, because they
Mhm.
usually give suggested forks. Anatomy,
Yeah,
field dressing, and apothecary. So let's give him 2 forks.
perfect. So
Let
that
me see
puts
what
him up
it repairs,
to
stop
7.
bleeding.
7 against an op 3. I like those odds.
Yeah, let's see what it is.
Hopefully we get some extra successes to help me out.
1, 2, 3. Actually, he just hits
Okay,
it.
just hit it, but that's
Yeah.
okay. That is okay. Now I need an ob 3 health test on my, I think it's B4 health? Yes, B4 health. Jesus. Oh,
Wow,
this
this
is
is harsh.
intense.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Let me see here. Anything else that I can do to help myself? There's not. Okay, so here we go. Ob 4. I've still got some fate. Give me some 6s or 3 successes. I got it. I got it.
Nice, nice. What happens if you heal over that? Nothing?
It decreases the recovery time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but
So
it's not.
recovery time is
Yeah,
2 to
it's not
12
that.
weeks.
Yeah.
At your discretion.
Uh, hmm. There's not really a timetable here.
There's not. It just like when it comes to that, you really have to think about where the wound's at, how
Yeah,
deep this particular midi wound is. I did take it to the leg. I did
yeah,
take it through armor.
yeah. So,
personally, I would lobby for 4 to 5 weeks, maybe even
Yeah,
6,
probably.
something around that area.
All right, so roll die of fate, and we'll add 1 to that, and that's the number of weeks.
That'll be the number of weeks.
Yeah,
Okay,
because that'll be give you 2 to 7 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. There we go.
Perfect. And hopefully, at the end of this 2 weeks, because I'm just going to be laid up for it, Griff will be back for the first time.
That's why I was thinking,
Yeah. So
let's
that
do it
actually works
time
out
because it really
really well. However, before I do that,
plus
I
plus
got a couple more things I need to do right quick before we call this session done.
plus in 2 weeks the reputation kicks in.
Yeah. I'll have my national reputation. Griff will be
Yeah.
here. I'll be and at that point, like next session, Relgar's gonna die.
Okay.
That's what's happening next session.
Yes. I feel we've done Relgar
So
long enough.
yeah, and so at this point, I see the doctor.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna pop by Relgar's. I figure it'll be like the next day. Like
Yeah.
I figure it takes some time for the doctor to patch me up, and I'm obviously in pain and all that.
Yeah.
So I wake up the next day. I head straight to Relgar's. I inform him that I've taken care of his problem, but I have sustained injury, and my services will not be available to him for a couple of weeks.
All right.
That I'm gonna lay low and heal.
All right.
And I
Understands.
tell him that considering how much went into this, I feel a reward is
In order.
pertinent at this point.
All right.
Like, I went above and beyond the Call of Duty to not only root out this plot, but take care of it for you.
All right.
And over the course of this next couple weeks while I'm laid up in bed, I'm going to study your employee list and throw out my contacts and make sure nobody else is plotting against you.
All right. Yeah, I feel like saying yes. So why don't you roll a die of fate, and we'll add 1 to that, and that's your cash die reward.
Okay,
Oh,
so I'm
2
cool
cash
with
dice. All right.
I'm okay with that. That
Yeah.
still puts me back up to 4 cash die total,
Yeah.
which helps out. So I take his little purse of coins and I bid him farewell for the time being. However, I don't go to lay up.
All right.
I look through the employee list and I find the next highest ranking captain in his network.
All right.
Knowing that they are all gathering today for a meeting, it's morning. I figure the meeting's not taking place yet,
Now.
and I make my way to his ship.
All right.
And
So yeah,
not going to be too brazen.
it's afternoon because you were hit.
Afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Afternoon works.
You had to go to the doctor. That takes a while. Then you had to go to Relgar. So let's call it afternoon. It's still a couple of hours till the meeting. Yeah.
Okay, so I show up to his ship, and what's this guy's name?
Let's call him Ravin.
So say that one more time. You cut out.
Ravim. Ravim. Yeah.
So I walk up, and I find one of his shipmates, and I just look at him and tell him, I need to speak with Captain Raven. I am the ghost, and I have information for him. And there's my reputation die roll. I got it.
Yeah.
And of course, I have my ghost mask up, as
Yeah.
always, when I'm doing things
okay,
as the
yeah.
ghost.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to do here? Just so I can get a little.
So what I'm going to do is, because I'm inferring at this point that if, oh fuck, what's his name? I'm blanking. The guy I just killed, the other captain, the head captain.
Barum.
Yeah, I feel that if Barum is plotting to kill Relgar and take the business over for himself, he knows just as well as I do, because that's the same thing I'm trying to do, that he needs the support of all the captains in order for this to be successful. So because he had already paid for and contracted out the assassins to do this, that tells me in my infinite spy wisdom that the other ship captains have backed him. So I am now here to tell them that they're backing the wrong guy, that he's dead, that I'm the one they're going to back, and that come 2 weeks I'm going to be his new boss.
Oh, sorry,
and
so come.
that I will treat him well, that he will be well compensated for this, and that he
Yeah.
has to do nothing but make sure the rest of the captains are on board.
Okay, I'm sorry, you cut out for a bit there. You said that in 2 weeks you're going to do what? You're gonna
That I'm going to kill Relgar,
Okay.
and they're going to be working for me, and that all he has to do to be very well compensated is make sure the rest of the captains are on board. Which, you know, I know they're not shy about what's going on. It's just a matter of them following me as opposed to the other guy.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, so that's
Uh.
what I tell him when I go in. Um, so I'm gonna roll persuasion. I'd really like to go into a duel of wits here, but I need the persona point for completing this belief, and I don't have time to go into a full duel of wits.
Okay.
We could do a witty versus real quick if you'd like, or we can just do a straight up versus test, whichever one you'd prefer.
Okay. What happens? Fail.
If
What
I
happens?
fail,
How?
he did not have the support of the captains and felt like he was gonna have it regardless, and was just gonna take care of it after he killed the guy, and he's loyal to Relgar, and my plan gets outed.
Yeah. If you fail, he will agree with you and then betray you to Relgar.
Yep. And then when Relgar brings it up, the advanced failure consequence is to prove my loyalty to Relgar, I have to slaughter an innocent in front of him.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Let's do
So
it.
I'd like witty versus on this. Yeah,
Whatever.
there's a pretty
Oh,
intense failure complication, and I'm much better at witty versus.
all right. Okay.
So
Okay.
let's gather up some die. So yeah, you know my intent. So I'm starting with
Yeah, but let me think,
persuasion dice.
because how we're gonna negotiate this?
We
Because,
could
yeah, because his
um
intent is, I mean, his statement of purpose would be something like, "I will tell this guy that I will agree with him and then betray him at some later point."
yeah, and so
Yeah.
this is the way I look at it. If
Yeah.
I win,
Yeah.
even with a compromise, the compromise is him haggling over price of what he's getting paid. If I lose, regardless of the compromise will still be the same. I'll just agree to pay him less, and then he betrays me.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. So I'm starting with my base 3 persuasion, since,
Hmm.
it is a persuasion roll, as sad as that is. Um, I'm going to fork in intimidation because I've already informed him that I've killed his previous plot master.
Hmm.
Spycraft wise, because, I'm a spy. I'm a smooth talker. Um, I'm going to fork in falsehood because I'm going to tell him that not only did he back the wrong guy, he had plans of replacing you anyways.
Okay.
So slip that in for my falsehood, and grift-wise, because
Grift-wise, because this
I'm
is absolutely a
yeah, I'm
setup.
absolutely running a con.
I
So
gave
that gives
you,
me 7.
I gave you a trait. Does that
Yes,
apply?
I
Wheels
have
within wheels.
driven. Call on for persuasion,
All right, you have that. So that's
and
a
this is
call.
a persuasion roll.
I
And
know.
scheming allows me to add advantage dice towards my duel of wits body of argument. I would
How much?
lobby for
Yeah,
1 advantage dice because of the scheming trait.
sounds good. I'll
Perfect. So
give.
that brings me up to 8, and I have my call on that I can use if need be.
All right, so I'm gonna give him 4 persuasion. Uh, he's gonna say, "We don't know you. I mean, you're a complete stranger to us. We're
Oh
supposed to
no,
do
but they
us."
do know me. They do know me. They know me by reputation. We established that when I walked on the boat. I rolled
Oh,
my
all
ghost
right.
reputation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right.
So they've heard of all my exploits. They know exactly who I am.
That's true. That's true.
So as a matter of fact, can I lobby for another advantage dice for passing my reputation?
Yeah.
Perfect. Puts me up to 9.
Yeah. So, his deal is going to be, we're going to need higher compensation, because the whole point of often Relgar is to get better compensation. I mean, someone. We're ship captains. Our job is at sea. We need someone here to handle the slave trade, but we need better compensation. And he wants a little extra for himself because right now he is the chief, basically, of the ship captains. He's the highest in the food chain, so to speak. So
Okay.
he wants a higher salary for everybody. He's like the union leader, but he wants an extra cut for himself. Is what he's
Sounds good
offering.
to me. So,
So it's
what's his dice pool?
so let's call it for persuasion. Let's call it one for a fork for haggling. Uh, let's see what else would he apply here. Maybe it's like falsehood because he's planning to.
Yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah,
tricking you.
absolutely.
He's
Falsehood fork sounds great.
he's he's saying that he's going with you, but he may betray you
He's
at the
not.
end of the
Yep,
day. You know,
yep.
he doesn't
Falsehood
really
sounds good.
care. So that's 6 dice.
6 dice against my 9.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So here I go. Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got
How
one,
many does he
two,
have?
three, four. I got 5, and I'm gonna fate
Okay.
that.
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
fate
fate
that.
mine as well.
Hang on. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh. Ooh. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
7 successes. Okay. So here goes my fate points. None, but
Okay.
call on for persuasion was driven.
That's
So
right.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
4.
6, 7 more dice that I get to roll.
And you got 4 successes right now. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4.
So here comes the other 7.
Okay.
Oh, now I've already opened into this, so I get to roll those 6s as well.
Yeah.
I've already spent the fate.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's
5, 6,
1,
7, 8, 9. Wow. That's awesome.
perfect. So I win. How many did he have? 7?
7, yeah, so you win by
So
2.
that sounds like a moderate compromise.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
so I
that's
tell him
9.
that
Yeah.
I will give him a 20% raise and this bag of coins equivalent to 4 cash dice as an upfront bonus.
All right. All right. So he'll take it. And
Perfect.
he'll do
Sounds
as you
good.
say. There's not going to be a betrayal at the end of the road.
Awesome.
Excellent.
So this, not only does this seem like an awesome place to stop, this is exactly
Yes.
when I told her I would be stopping.
That's excellent.
So
Yeah.
let's bust out some Art of Rewards right quick so I can go pick her up.
That's right. This was an awesome session as usual.
I spent 2 Persona points and 6 Fate points this session.
And
I have 1 Fate point left.
and your will to live, you gave up everything, man. Like,
Yeah, and it paid off.
yeah,
It paid off.
you gambled big time. So
Well,
you know,
that's what Burning Wheel is about.
yeah, we got to give you like another.
Okay, so off the top of my head, Fate point
Oh,
for my first belief.
yeah,
I don't feel like.
innocence came on. The second belief didn't really kick
Well,
in.
let me see here. What all happened? Yeah, there's no way I can justify.
No, no,
But
no. They didn't
so
really come into play. Yeah,
1 for the first one.
yeah,
That's a Fate. Persona for my third belief because it was completed.
yeah.
Let's see. I invoked a trait. I invoked my overly confident trait and barefisted a full-on scripted fight and won.
That's true.
I feel like that's worth a Fate and an MVP.
Yeah. Okay.
So 2 Fate, 2 Persona. I feel like the Embodiment Persona award
Yeah.
fits
Yeah.
really well. So that's 3 Persona, 2 Fate, and I think that's it.
Yeah. That sounds good. You're gonna need to scrounge up some more fate.
Oh. Or no, because I changed that belief, that instinct. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 Fate and 3 Persona. I'm not quite as healthy as I was earlier, but that still brings me up to 4 Fate and 3 Persona for next session,
Uh-huh.
which I'm happy with. Like, that's more than enough to get me through.
Yeah.
I had lots of big rolls this session. Like, there was
Yeah.
one way or another I was gonna get MVP. Like that one, I pulled off like what 9 6s when I blew that
Yeah.
up.
Sorry.
Yep, no
Yeah.
worries. But let's go ahead and call this here. I had a great session. It was fucking fantastic. I can't wait to kill Relgar next time. And
Every session has been awesome. I mean, I feel
yeah,
like the worst session was probably the first one because we were getting our feet under us, and
it was
it's
still awesome.
it just but it's still it goes uphill. You
Yeah,
know, everyone's better than the last one, so I'm really excited for this game.
yeah. This is a fantastic game. But I'm gonna hop off here. I don't want to make
Yeah,
her wait any longer than she has to.
that's
And I
true.
will see you on Tuesday, buddy.
Yeah, take care.
Yep, later.